What's up, guys? Emily Roberts and Milo here. A little cute dog for your day. Hope you're feeling a little bit more, I don't know, what do you feel, Milo? Happy? A little bit excited? You're here on Facebook Live. Say what's up, guys. What's up? All right. He does like being in these videos, I promise. Okay, let's get started. Here's what I want to talk about. This video is saying what? What are you supposed to do when people are just sucking the life out of you? There are so many negative people out there. There really are. And I'm trying not to be one of them. And I just did a video earlier about managing and trying to feel positive about this stuff. But guess what? I'm recognizing that, let's get real for a second. Are you ready? I'm ready. There are really sucky people out there. There are people that are trying to suck the life out of you. There are people out there that are super negative and who are going to really interfere with your confidence. There are people out there who don't have manners. It's like, oh my gosh, why haven't people like gotten the hint? Please say thank you. Please say please. Please show appreciation. Please don't assume that people are always available for you, right? People can be a lot nicer, but they just haven't gotten the memo yet. I guess maybe I should make one like, memo, here's how to be a nice human being. I'll work on that. Now, the problem is it really hurts our feelings, right? Today I had somebody telling me that they were so annoyed because this person was totally interfering on their life. Like they were texting them, they were emailing them, they expected them to be available. And in fact, they weren't available. And they felt really guilty because they wanted to be there for this person. Look, you can't take on everyone else's stuff, guys. You cannot be the person who says, you know what? I'm gonna take everyone's shit on. You can't do that. You are not a doormat. What you can do is you can recognize that these people are suffering and they're trying to project that onto you. No more. You are not a doormat. Neither am I. I am sitting here standing up for myself and for you because guess what? We all have limits and boundaries. And the only way we can protect ourselves against these negative people who are trying to just like push on their negative energy onto all of us on Facebook, on Instagram, on wherever, is by recognizing when it happens. So something happened to me today too, which is I got really pissed off for a second, and then I got a lot more positive, don't worry. Because people were assuming I wasn't responding to them. They were assuming I was mad at them. They were assuming, like 55 texts worth of assuming that something bad was going on. But I was mad at them. What? I was busy. I was busy doing other stuff, so by the time I got their text messages, I was like, guys, relax. Now I'm pissed because you guys are mad at me. They weren't mad at me. I wasn't mad at them. It was just their own negative energy, their own negativity that was doing what? Fueling the fire. And I had to step back for a second before I responded and said, hey, is everything okay? I just stepped back for a second and be like, what's really going on here? It's not about me. It's about their own stuff. Hey, Lisa, good to see you. We're talking about negative people and how to protect ourselves against them. So what we may know is that they're having a bad day, but it still hurts. It's really annoying. It's really frustrating. So I try to take a step back, like literally put the phone down over here, push it away for a second and think, there's got to be another side I'm not looking at. I'm looking at my emotion side. I'm not looking at the side of the situation that could be valid, which is they're anxious, they're having a bad day, they're projecting it onto me, I'm taking it all on. When you feel like you're taking it all on, or you're blaming yourself, or you're blaming them, blame is just a discharge of emotion. It really is. It is hard, Lisa, you're right. It's a discharge of emotion. When we blame people, it's easily misunderstood as their fault. But when we stop for a second and say, why am I blaming them? Why am I blaming myself? Why can't I just let this go for a second? You actually gain control. The one trick I want you to think about is this. When you name what you are feeling, scientifically, this is proven. When you say, I'm feeling really anxious about this, or I'm feeling frustrated, to yourself, you don't have to say it to anybody in the world, you really just to yourself, I'm feeling what? Anxious and frustrated. Your brain actually rewires to go to the problem solving part up here so that you can try and solve the situation that's causing you anxiety. But when we sit there and we overthink and we blame ourselves, or we get anxious, or we take on the stuff that we don't want to take on, we're actually staying stuck in this fight or flight, stuck in our amygdalas actually. Here, this part of our brain, I'm like touching my head, you're like, what's going on? Well, that's where we get stuck. We get stuck in this reoccurring thought pattern that just makes us more anxious and frustrated. So when you name the emotion, you wind up feeling a lot more in control, even though it's like, oh, I don't want to feel that. Well, you're feeling it. Sorry, you're already feeling it. I'm feeling anxious because my friends just texted me like 15 times, and now they're mad at me, and now this is happening. What can I do instead? Put the phone over there for a minute. What can I do to solve the situation? You're going to feel so much more in control when you stop and don't react. If you start to get like pulled into something, say like, for example, recently on Facebook, I saw a bunch of, God, I mean, I had to like turn off Facebook for a second. I love you, Facebook. don't turn me off, but I had to like log off for a second because everyone was posting like such negative stuff. I mean, I went online, I felt like, oh my gosh, is anyone else feeling like depleted and mistreated and all these negative emotions right now? When I was able to recognize that these posts were like so harsh and hurtful and rude, I realized I didn't want to be on at that point. Was I still super kind of fragile after that? Yeah, for a minute. But I realized that that wasn't helping. That was actually hurting me. So I went and did something that was more positive. It was more, what I wound up actually doing is going and talking to a colleague and being like, oh my gosh, did you see this? We talked about it for a second. But then we talked about something completely different, some progress that had been made with one of our clients. And I started to feel happier. I felt more positive. I felt like, wow, there's humanity. There's good people out there. So I wound up doing something on purpose to develop a higher level of thinking. Not a higher level of thinking in terms of intelligence by any means. No, I chose a higher level of thought. I chose thinking patterns that I wanted to start to feel. I want to feel positive. I'm going to go around someone I know who's positive. I'm going to go over here and ask them about something that was good. I'm going to try and change that energy because I don't want the negativity of these people to impact me, my confidence, my self-esteem. If you're with somebody who's being super negative, this is a big one because that happens to me so often, especially when I'm working with a client who is having a really rough time. And my friends and myself, sometimes I'm like this too. We all can be super negative sometimes. But when you see somebody going down the rabbit hole, it's easy to want to go with them and be like, yeah, that was so bad. Oh my gosh, you know what? I did that too. And you just become like pretty negative yourself. You leave the situation feeling icky, like you just attracted like a bunch of negative energy, trash, whatever. You feel bad because your energy is lower. Not only that, people want to project it onto you, so don't let them. What I would suggest doing is if you're starting to get in a situation where somebody's being super negative, you can do one of two things. You can do what we talked about before, which is recognize your emotion. I'm feeling like these people are being negative. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Okay, I'm feeling uncomfortable. What are you going to do? Leave? Well, maybe not, but maybe get out of there earlier than you planned on. Maybe try and change the conversation to something that makes you feel more positive, like I did. Okay, well, that sounds like it's really, I'm sorry that's happening to you. That's a really crappy situation. Do you want to talk about a solution? Do you want to talk a little bit more about it? Or I've got something I have to tell you about. You want to hear about this funny thing that happened to me today? Changing it up may sound almost invalidating, but it's not, because the other person will feel better too and their energy will shift. You'll see it. If they can't, if they're getting stuck though in this thought pattern and you see it and you're like, oh, I don't want to be around it, get out of Dodge, man. Get out of the conversation. Take a break. Say, I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I gotta go over here to the bathroom for a second, or I've gotta make a phone call, because you are not responsible for their feelings. You're not. Safeguard yourself against that by being aware that negative feelings attract more negative feelings. Positive feelings and positive vibrations attract more positive feelings. It's true. If I was being super negative, if you may be initially attracted to me, right? Like initially attracted to a post, I'm like, oh my God, here's what's wrong with the world. But who's gonna wanna stay on that for very long? More negative people. I'm in the business of promoting positive energy, positive vibrations, and confidence. Who's gonna hang out with that? Maybe people who really want to on a deeper level, but they may not be initially attracted to it, and that's okay. But remember this, what do you wanna be? That negative, bad energy where you're feeling depleted and mistreated and attracting more of these negative vibes? Or do you wanna hang over here and like attract the right people and be the energy you want to attract? That's it, be the energy you want to attract. Discharge that stuff, guys. Get out of the field of energy. Discharge that energy and do something else when you're feeling like you've got a bunch of it like stagnated in you. For example, like if I'm around a bunch of people who are like gossiping, I'm gonna be like, okay, I gotta go, and I'm gonna walk, or I'm gonna do anything to get it off my mind and out of my like realm. I mean, I know it sounds super funny, like my realm, but it's true. Like we take this on. It's energy. It's annoying. It's frustrating. We gotta go get it off, shake it off, right? Get it out. Do something that makes you feel more proactive and more positive. If I'm walking really fast, I'm not sitting there cussing or saying, oh my God, they sucked. I can't believe I had to be hanging out with those people. No, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to go home to the dogs. I am so excited to do these things. It may sound almost like fake, but the truth is I want to talk myself into a higher vibration, a positive more positive energy, so that I am not taking those bad vibes with me. No, thank you. I don't want any more of those. Got enough of them already sometimes. So I hope this is helpful. Let me know if you like this and if you want more of these techniques to deal with these negative people in our lives and negative energy. And try this today. Ready? I'm gonna leave you with this. Try and promote more positive stuff online and in real life today. Try and align yourself with things that actually lift you up. Not the drama, not the news, not the bad news, not the stuff that is just making you feel heavy and emotional. Don't align yourself with that today. Make an active agreement with yourself to say, you know what, I really want to just attract positive energy and positive vibes. I really want to hang out with people who are going to lift me up. Do your part in trying to be more positive, and you'll attract more positive people into your life. Trust me. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Let me know if you have questions. Write them below. I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I'm so excited that you're here trying to feel and become more positive even in this climate of a lot of negative people online and in real life. Take good care, have a great day, and have a good weekend. I'm gonna be doing some more Facebook Lives, so stay tuned, and you can subscribe to my channel and they'll tell you when it's coming on. Take care.